Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about what is customer lifetime value, that's CLV. What is it and when should it be used? I get a lot of customers approaching myself or my agency for various digital marketing requirements such as Google Ads, search engine optimization, building funnels and so on. And sometimes they say to me, hey, we want our cost per acquisition to be X. And I say, okay, great. You want your customer, your CPA to be a certain amount, and you want to break even on the first sale. But have you taken your CLV into account? And when I say that, they're like, what are you talking about? So this is where it's great having a KPI, such as what you want your ROI to be, what you want your ROAS to be, or what you want your cost per acquisition to be, or so on, right? But it's also equally as important to take your CLV into account. Now, what this CLV essentially is, what are you likely to profit from that customer during the customer's lifetime value? So to demonstrate this, I've put together a small PowerPoint presentation, and let's get into it, and I'll talk you through it so you can better understand what CLV is and how it can be used as an integral part of deciding what your real KPIs should be when implementing a marketing campaign. So here we go. Let's say, for example, if you're doing a marketing campaign on, let's say Google, for example, right? And you've spent £500 on a various campaign. And let's say for argument's sake, you've won 4 customers with this Google ad campaign. That means that your cost per acquisition, your CPA, is $125, yeah? So that's simply $500 divided by the number of conversions that you've won, which is $125, right? So this is where the customer lifetime value comes in. So customer lifetime value, I'm going to keep it really simple. This can get quite complicated and there are so many different ways of calculating what your CLV should be. But for the sake of this argument, this exercise, I'm going to keep it super simple so you can understand what it is and you can implement it within your business pretty much straight away. So the formula for a CLV is look at the profit per year or the lifetime value of your customer. You multiply that by the average duration of how long that customer is likely to stay with you. And then you minus your cost per acquisition. Yeah, so in this case, you would minus $125. Yeah, so your profit per year, let's say if servicing that customer costs you $1,000, right? And you've charged the customer $3,000. So that essentially means that your profit is $2,000, yeah? Okay, so now let's assume your average duration for each customer is around about 2.5 years, at 2.5 years. So obviously you will have statistics and you will know that each customer, how long do they typically stay with your business for, whether it's 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and so on, yeah? So you take that into account, and then you take into account your cost per acquisition. That means that your profit is $2,000, multiply that by 2.5 years, and 2.5 years is, in this case, you've said that this is how long a customer typically stays with you for. You minus your cost per acquisition, which is $125, and that then brings you to a CLV of $4,875. Excuse me, I have put the word pound symbol there. There's a small typo. But in this way, now you can see that within your campaign, so if you acquire a customer and that customer has taken you $125 to acquire, yeah, that means that during the lifetime of that customer, you're likely, in this case, to make $4,875. That looks like quite a good return on investment to me. So even if you don't break even with this customer on the first month or even the second month, right? It doesn't matter because we know that this customer is likely to stay with us for 2.5 years, looking at your historical records, and if this customer does stay with us for 2.5 years, we are likely to gain a profit of $4,875 for this customer. So, okay, so it's great. You understand your CLV, right? And that means that you can better understand what your cost per acquisition should be, right? So not to panic just because you haven't broken even right on the first month or the first week. But it also then helps you to better implement strategies within your business for various things, such as, hey, what type of upsells can we do to our customers? Or even downsells, for that sake, during the lifetime of their business. How can we get this customer to stay with us for a longer period of time? In other words, how can we increase customer retention? So by looking at these figures, you might even say, hey, our average duration is about 2.5 years. But if we can service the customer better, or find out why customers are leaving us in the first place, we might be able to extend that to 3 years or 3.5 years. So hence the reason this is a very simple video to help you to understand what customer lifetime value is and how you can calculate it really simply and implement as an integral part of your KPIs. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please comment below. I'd love to hear your feedback. And at the same time, download my guide on Google Ads. So I've created a fantastic guide on Google Ads which talks you through the steps that you need to implement within your business so that you can have a powerful Google Ads campaign built which will drive you customers at a really early stage of its from the moment you launch it to within weeks, if not days, you'll be guaranteeing a stream of leads and potential customers signing up to your business. So anyway guys, I hope to see you soon. Take care. Goodbye.